Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. And we are joined by a nice little special guest here, Mr. Sayano. Mr. Sayano, how you doing?
I gotta be honest with you guys.
Mr. Sayano, I don't know if
I
you
really
picked that
can't
one.
hear him.
We can hear you loud and clear, Mr. Sayano. Can you hear us here at Sterling?
I can hear you now. I can hear you
awesome.
loud
I think
and
there was a
clear.
little glitch in the system right there. Mr. Sayano, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic.
So give us, if you can, give us a little insight of what you're doing over there at Gloucester City. So if you're just tuning in here at Sterling Channel 19, Mr. Sayano's over at Gloucester City right now, getting ready for the girls' game. Why are you over there right now, Mr. Sayano?
I'm over there right now because Coach McDonald is one win away from 300, and I need to be here to support her. Great atmosphere here. Beautiful place. The team's warming up. They're ready to go.
That's awesome, Mr. Sayano. The girls also looking for a little bit of boost in the power points as well. Gloucester, definitely a good team. And Mr. Sayano, what are you expecting from this game today between, our girls who have done pretty well as of late and the Gloucester Lions?
I'm expecting the same thing that the girls give every game, 100% effort and, determination and will to win.
Yeah, we're very excited to tune into you there at Gloucester. And obviously here we're going to have the boys game, which will be started momentarily. And Mr. Sayano, just a quick thing about Coach McDonald, and I know you haven't had much experience with her. You've only been here for about a year. What are some words you could say about her and just her as a coach?
She is the cream of the crop. She's the best coach around. She gets the most out of the kids, and that's all you could ask for as the AD. Watching her over the last 2 months has been awesome. She embodies everything that the basketball team should be in my eyes.
Yeah, and I definitely agree, Mr. Sayano. This team isn't a team that's necessarily supposed to be where they're supposed to be right now, but they're doing a great job at it right now. Paris Logan, who's really showed great flashes, especially in these couple games as of late, had 12 points and 11 rebounds in their last win, and it's just someone who's taken that next step. Mr. Sayano, what have you seen from Paris Logan throughout the year that has really impressed you?
Paris is a grinder. That's the best way to describe her. She's the kind of kid that every team needs. She does all the dirty work in the post. Probably one of the best players to watch on the team.
Yeah, she's definitely an exciting factor for the Sterling team, someone who's broken out in her offensive game pretty big time this year. And both teams warming up just around 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here for the boys, Mr. Sayano. And I know you're not here to, see the game, but are you excited to hear about this boys game and what they're doing here at Sterling?
Yes, I am. This is a huge game for actually our boys. They're sitting, one seed behind Gloucester in the power points for Group 2?
They're at the time of last game against West Effort, they were. They are now 3 places behind, but obviously with the win today, Mr. Sayano, they would take a major boost up.
That would be a huge boost, and I would love nothing more than to host a home playoff game. So this would be a pivotal game for us getting there in that position.
Yeah, and I think this big cushion for the boys is going to be pretty important here. And Mr. Sayano, from a former girls basketball coach perspective, what are some keys to the game from your perspective for the girls today that they really need to capitalize on to capture win 300 for Coach McDonald?
I think it's going to boil down to them being disciplined in the passing lanes on defense. All right, not overplaying anything, just being in the right spot at the right time defensively. It's going to allow them to get this win for sure.
And that's awesome, Mr. Sayano. Okay, so we are going to, come back here at Sterling Channel 19. We're going to check back with you in just a little bit as things are going to get started here for the boys in just a couple of minutes. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Sayano.
All right, good luck over there, and I'm excited to be on in a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Sayano. We'll see you soon.
You got it. Bye-bye.
So that was Mr. Sayano as we are just getting ready here between the boys basketball team and the Gloucester Lions in just around 5 minutes. Thank you all for tuning in here to Sterling Channel 19. Both teams still in the warm-ups. So make sure you guys stick around as we are going to have a game in just a few moments.
Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
Went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string sing. South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put up a desperation shot, and there he goes. It's good! It's good!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are just getting ready for some boys basketball here at the Castle. And this is a big one for your Sterling Silver Knights as they will be taking on the Gloucester Lions. Very excited to bring you guys this boys basketball game. Getting ready here for some Thursday night hoops between these two teams. Sterling sits at an 8-6 record, 4-2 in the conference, while Gloucester having a powerful season this year, pouncing on the opponents, 11-2, and then 6-0 in the conference. Taking a look at the Colonial Liberty standings, the Haddonfield Bulldogs 11-3 overall, 5-1 in the division. Sterling sitting at second place now, 8-6 overall, 4-2 in the division. And the Woodbury Thundering Herd have thundered back into third place here, 6-9 overall, but 4-2 in the division. Very, very strong coming back here from the Thundering Herd. The Haddon Heights Garnets 9-6 overall, 3-3 in the division. Then the West Deptford Eagles 3-8 overall, 1-5 in the division. And then the Paulsboro Red Raiders 3-10 and 1-5. So taking a look at the Colonial Patriots standings, the Gloucester Lions on top, 11-2 overall, 6-0 in the division. And then the Audubon Green Wave, 9-5 overall, 5-1 in the division. And then the Haddon Township Hawks, 8-5 overall, 3-3 in the division. The Collingswood Panthers, 2-11 overall, but 2-4 in the division. The Gateway Gators, 3-9, 1-5. And then the Lindenwold Lions, 3-9, 1-5 as well. So taking a look between these two teams, the comparison between the two of these, Sterling 8-6 overall, third in the Colonial Liberty, while Gloucester 11-2 overall, first in the Colonial Patriot. Sterling's offense averaging 60 points per game, while Gloucester's just averaging 3 under at a 57 point per game rates. And then Sterling's defense giving up 55 points per game, while Gloucester's defense doing a great job this year, only giving up 44 points per game. And then some of the leading scorers for Sterling is Zion Arnett with 14 points, Julian Johnson with 12 points, Travis Schmid with 11, and then Josh Borsch with 9. And then for Gloucester, Keegan Cohen with 16 points, Jake Smith with 13, Marcus Flagg with 11, and then Caden Harris with a solid 8 points. So I'm going to step aside here and let the boys introduce themselves.
Marcus Johnson, junior, forward, Summerdale.
Travis Schmid, senior, forward, Laurel Springs. Jace Camarda, senior, guard, Stratford.
Casey Kozaneski, senior, forward, Stratford.
Julian Johnson, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Quentin Rosano, senior, forward, Stratford.
Zion Arnett, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Mari Key, senior, point guard, Summerdale.
Joshua Bush, junior, forward, Magnolia.
Salim Jones, junior, guard, Lindenwold.
Julian Tummings, senior, point guard, Magnolia.
19 as we are going to take a look at the game history since 2007. Sterling leads the series 3-2. Gloucester has won the past 2 games. Sterling last win came on January 2023. And in 1999, Sterling beat Gloucester for the South Jersey title. More on that coming soon. Keys to the game here for Sterling: limit the turnovers, which has been a problem for them all season. They kind of get a couple steps ahead, and they turn the ball over a bit of uncharacteristic times for them, but they need to limit those. And then rebounding, a very strong performance against West Deptford on the boards last game. Kevin Schul's harping on that quite a lot, so they got to make sure they continue that today. Taking a look at the Group 2 power points, Gloucester sitting at 6. If the season ended today, they would be going against Camden Eastside at home. And then Sterling sitting at 9th place. If the season ended today, the Knights will be playing Lower Cape May. But this gives you a good scope on how important this game is for both of these teams, especially for Sterling to try and creep back up in that top 8 and get a home playoff game. Taking a look at the Gloucester starters, first it's Ryan James, the senior. He has 5.7 points per game, 6 rebounds, very good down low, 4.8 points per game, and averages just a little bit more than a steal per game. And then I'm going to jump to the bottom to Caden Harris, the senior, 8.1 points per game with 5.5 rebounds per game, and does average 2 assists. And then the 3 in the middle, all juniors, something that's so good for this Gloucester team, which is just pure youth. First, the junior Marcus Flagg, 11.4 points per game, 4 assists per game, 2.1 rebounds per game, and 2.6 steals per game. Jake Smith sitting at Keegan Cohen sitting at a very, very solid 15.7 points per game, The team lead, 2.5 rebounds per game, 1.4 assists per game, and 1.2 steals per game. And then Jake Smith, the other junior, 12.8 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, a big guy in the middle, and then 0.7 blocks per game. And then taking a look at the Sterling starters first, it's Zion Arnett, 13.5 points per game, 2.3 assists, 3.9 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Someone who's had a phenomenal season for the Sterling team. And then the Goon man, Travis Schmid, 11.4 points per game with 4 rebounds and assists, and he has a 92% free throw percentage. And then Julian Johnson, who's done such an amazing job this season, 12 points per game, 2.9 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and also has a team lead 8 blocks. And then just going down the rest of the list, there's Jason Camardo with 4 points per game and 2 assists, and then Josh Borch, who has an outstanding 8 points per game and 6 rebounds. Thank you all for tuning in here to Sterling Channel 19. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubek. Very happy to bring you guys this broadcast here between Sterling and Gloucester. And Max, what are some of your thoughts on the game today?
Well, Gloucester is a very difficult opponent to find weaknesses in. They've been a very strong side throughout this season, but that does not mean Sterling's been weak. They have been pretty even outside of record, a little more on the win side for Gloucester by 3. One is 11 wins, Sterling with 8. However, you saw on the power points only 3 spots between one another, 1 at 6, 1 at 9. And if Sterling gets this win, that is a huge boost for them to give them an opportunity at a home playoff game, which is something they desperately need to acquire in this part of the season. It's going to be a big one.
As we saw the shot of the 2 coaches, Liam James and Coach Behringer for Sterling. Coach Liam James for the Gloucester Lions, his son Ryan James in the starting lineup. As I mentioned, his son. And we're just getting ready here for tip-off. Josh Borch and Jake Smith in the middle. And a tip. Falls in the hands of Camardo. We are underway here at Sterling Channel 19, live here at the Castle for some basketball between Sterling and Gloucester, as Camardo is going to get things started here for the Knights as he finds Johnson looking inside for Arnett, but it slips out of his hands, and now Cohen taking it the other way. Cohen slows things down, finds James. James finds Harris. Harris now swings it over to Flagg. Flagg had a terrific game in the last game that Gloucester played. He had 21 points in the win, where they beat Gateway by a 47-point deficit. Harris now swings it over to Flagg, who finds Harris in the middle. Harris with a tough bucket, and he makes it. Early 2 points for Harris, great start.
A lot of nice flow early on, obviously forcing a turnover on that first offensive possession for Sterling, and then making some nice passing, finding the right open window. Solid flow on the offense for Gloucester to get it started.
Johnson finds Arnett, 2 players that kind of got a little injured at the end of West Deptford this past Tuesday, but are both in the lineup here for Sterling. Borch finds Arnett once again. Looking for Borch underneath. Well played there by Jake Smith as we're going to take a look at the Harris replay.
We see here a lot of good communication from both sides. That means from player to player, from coach to player. You see him there. Harris makes a nice pass, makes a nice move for himself, gets through that gap, gets a nice 2 points.
So now Borch finds Schmid. Schmid from the outside won't go. Camardo looking for the rebound, but Flagg takes it. Flagg now moving with a ton of speed, going towards the net and makes a nice layup. Flagg finds his first 2 after, again, a very powerful 21-point performance, but now the Knights moving with some pace. Camardo out to Borch. Borch gonna fire up a 3, and he knocks it down. Josh Borch, powerful start there for the big man. Johnson now has it in transition. Camardo backs up. Gets it over to Arnett, who finds Johnson, who finds Schmid, back to Camardo. Johnson now has it, finds Schmid. Schmid looking for Arnett. Gives it right back to him. Sterling setting up shop here after they make a nice defensive play on the other side. Camardo finds Johnson. Johnson goes to the inside. Johnson gonna put up a nice floater. That one does not go. Rebound by Flagg, and Flagg now moving with some speed. A nice takeaway there by Camardo, but he gets fouled for it. As we take a look at the replay.
I mean, we see here Camardo makes a nice pass, and it's a nice corner three from Borsch, showing that he can do it on the inside and beyond the perimeter. All around great player.
So Harris now with the inbound pass. He's gonna look around and find Flagg, and Flagg's gonna move here for the Lions as they're gonna try and set up shop here against the Sterling defense. Flagg finds Harris. Harris finding Cohen. Cohen, a dangerous three-point shooter. As I mentioned, 15.7 points per game this year for the young man. Only a junior. Had an outstanding year last year. This Flagg now finds Smith, who finds Cohen once again. Cohen on a mismatch there with Borsch. Harris now getting this one over to James. James finds Smith. Smith now from beyond the arc. That one goes off the front rim. Rebound by Flagg. Flagg gonna pull up for three. That one does not go. Harris going for the rebound. Harris gets it. Harris now putting one up and getting that one in. A nice floater from Harris, who already has 4 on the night. And the Lions find themselves on a 6-3 lead.
Harris has been very consistent in the paint, finding some nice gaps to run through. He's just been all around really aware in the start of this game.
Borsch finds Arnett. Pulls up for the mid-range, does not go. Rebound by Smith. Now moving up is James. James gonna slow things down, finds Smith. Smith finds Flagg. And Flagg finds Cohen, and Cohen's gonna get things started here for the Lions. Cohen bounces it off for Flagg. Flagg makes a nice move. Good help defense there by Josh Borsch. Josh Borsch now moving in transition, gonna go towards the hoop and lays that one in. Josh Borsch with all 5 points so far for the Knights, as they're only down by 1 here against the Lions.
Once again, showing his versatility. He got his first three with a nice corner three there, and then using that 6'4" frame, that nice wingspan, to get a nice steal and a great drive to make it another 2.
Flagg off to Harris. And Harris looks like he stepped out of bounds. That'll go in Sterling possession, as we're gonna take a look at the replay here of Josh Borsch's layup.
Once again, he makes a nice move, looks over to see if he needs to pass, doesn't, takes it for himself, and now it's all a 1-point game.
Someone who just entered the game here for Sterling, Marcus Johnson, who had 15 points in the win against West Stepford. His post moves became unguardable for the Eagles, and definitely someone's gonna get some more varsity time because of it. He showed a lot of versatility for the Sterling squad. So now Johnson gets over Camardo. Camardo now shifting to the top of the key, looking underneath for Borsch. A nice feed, but it doesn't look like Borsch was ready for it. He's going up against Smith, pulls up for the mid-range jumper. That one does not go. Rebound by Johnson, but just a little bit too fast. And now going the other way is Smith. Smith now going to go for the layup and get that one in. So now Johnson moving back in transition here for the Knights. Slows things down, finds Key, who finds Camardo. Camardo fakes the shot. Directing traffic, gets it over to Key. Key gonna pull up from long range and sink that one down. Wet like water there for Amari Key, who ties this game up with a deep 3.
Amari Key was someone we were highly anticipating the arrival of when we were waiting for him to get that transfer ideal done, and we see why he was so anticipated. He's a really good scorer, finds himself very aware on the court. Solid all-around guy.
Good movement from the Lions here to try and get a couple mismatches here. Johnson now on Cohen. Cohen, very shifty and deep three-pointer for him, and nothing but net. What a move by Key and Cohen. Gives them that 3-point lead back. Borsch now looking underneath towards Johnson, who gives it back to Borsch. Borsch now gonna test one of his own off the front rim. Rebound there by the Lions. Ryan James now moving up, tipped there by Camardo. Cohen gets it. Cohen gonna rip another three-pointer. Oh my! Keegan Cohen once again has the hot hand right now for the Lions. The Lions now up by 6.
So much confidence from this team beyond the perimeter. They find a way to feed it to Cohen, give him a ton of these opportunities, and he's got 6 back-to-back.
This one finds the hands of Johnson. Johnson now gonna chuck up a three-pointer. That one does not go. Rebound there by Johnson, who finds Key. Key now gonna go inside with the floater. Nice move there by Amari Key. Key now has 5 on the night. Sterling gonna need to find a way to stop this Gloucester Lions offense right now, and Camardo is gonna get a good start to doing it. Camardo lets that one dribble out, and that one will go in Sterling possession.
You see here is the Amari Key play that kind of kicked off his scoring. Took a second to observe the whole court, see if he needed to make a pass, and then thought, let me put one up here. I think I've got the space, and he did put down 3 and then another layup later on.
So something that's really fortunate for the Sterling team now that Key is out of that transfer thing and Johnson's kind of broken into his own, is they have a couple more options now coming off the bench here for the Knights, which is going to come in huge, especially as the deeper half of the season comes along for these Sterling Knights.
Yes, obviously when you get into later in the season, it is very good to have a bunch of people who, while are on your bench, can rotate as if they're starter worthy. And a lot of these players are. They have a good 7 or 8 guys that could be starters, and it's very nice to be able to have them utilize that in kind of a rotation way, especially because if you compare it to earlier in the season, you see here plays like this weren't really being made as we saw. It was a nice pass again. It was a lot, these hard plays. They had started a little bit, on the strong side record-wise, but they weren't this put together, and now these players are coming into their own, making it a real nice puzzle pieces all put together.
So with 25 seconds left here in quarter number 1, we're going to welcome Mr. Ciano in here in a little bit, but before that, Sterling now on the offensive. This one goes out to Arnett, and Arnett takes one too many steps, as that one would have also went in for Amari Key, who shot 2 three-pointers every time the whistle blew, but didn't get credit for any of them. So now Camardo playing press defense here against James. James puts himself in a rough position against a great defender like Camardo. That one goes off of Camardo, it seemed, but I guess possession is going to stay there with Sterling. Camardo, 1.6 steals per game for the kid, having himself a phenomenal season. Doesn't do a lot on the scoring side, but a great facilitator and defender. Arnett trying to beat the clock here. 2 seconds remain. Looking for Key. Back to Arnett. Arnett needs to chuck one up. That one will not go before the clock goes. And we're going to get a quick visit from Mr. Ciano in just a few moments. Mr. Ciano, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Mr. Ciano. How is it going over there for the girls?
It's going well right now. We're up 12-6. Lexi doing his 2 big threes here. Playing great defensively.
Awesome.
Just as we expected.
So, Mr. Ciano, a word about the girls. A quick question before we come back here for the boys. I mean, do you think that they've hit their stride? They've been playing really well as of late as we take a look at another great shot there by the girls.
I couldn't really hear you there, Dan.
So for the girls, I mean, do you think they've hit their stride lately? They've been playing much better basketball than before.
Oh, there we go. I got you now. Now you're nice and loud. Did they hit their stride?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, to me, they seem to get better every game, so I really can't say.
All right, awesome, Mr. Ciano. So we're just going to get started back here at the boys' game. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you all for tuning in here. We will see you in a couple of moments, Mr. Ciano.
There you go. All right. Good luck over there.
Thank you. So there's our AD, Mr. Ciano, doing work there at the girls' game. Again, this is for Coach McDonald's 300th win as the Lady Knights coach. Historic feat. Not many coaches reach it. And just so impressive for her. Such a great coach. One of the best in Sterling history right in front of us. Caden Harris, second in the team in terms of points in that first quarter with 4. Now Sterling going to need to play some good defense here. Nice defense there by Schmid, but a good recovery there by Flagg. Schmid still applying the pressure here against the Lions, and they're just going to retreat and try and strategically move forward. A nice pass inside looking for Harris, blocked by Schmid. Harris took a tough fall as Flagg's going to recuperate here for the Lions. Getting guarded heavily here by Key. Much more aggressive defense here by the Knights starting the second quarter. James finds Harris. Harris finds Cohen. Cohen with the high hand, gonna fire away! How do you stop him? Keegan Cohen, keep it going.
Insanity from beyond the arc. What a great run he's had in this first half thus far. Incredible showcase.
Borsch finding Johnson. Julian Johnson cutting into the lane. That one does not go. Rebound there by Flagg. Sterling now back on the defensive end. Flagg cutting into the lane, gives it off to Smith, who finds Cohen. Cohen now makes a nice move, trying to get away from Amari Key. Just a little bit too much moves, and it goes off of his leg as we're going to take a look at the replay.
And if you see again, Harris gets it out to Cohen. He puts it right in the face of Arnett. Bang! Incredible.
Very nice shot there by Cohen, who has himself 9 points on the evening thus far. As Borsch, looking around here for Sterling, finds Johnson. Johnson, calm, cool, and collected here, taking his time. This one goes to Borsch. Borsch retreats back, finds Johnson. Johnson now against Harris. Gives it off to Schmid. Schmid now for the tough mid-range. That one doesn't go. Rebound there by Smith.
What's been very good about both these sides is that their defenses have been very good at finding ways to try and take the ball away, which has been obviously in more cases than not successful for the Lions in comparison to Sterling, but that doesn't mean Sterling hasn't gotten their licks in on that part of the game.
Now cutting into the lane is Harris once again, sizing up here against Schmid. A nice tough mid-range does not go. Rebound there by Johnson. Johnson now finds Borsch. Borsch makes a nice cut. Looking for the pass, looking for Johnson. That one does not go. Almost hits our camera woman there, Casey Luna. But possession will go in favor of the Lions as it was not tipped on the way out. So now starting the action here for the Lions will be Marcus Flagg. Has Cohen and has James next to him. Cohen now has it, facing the press here from Sterling. This one goes back over to Cohen. Cohen finds James. James against Schmid now. Finds Smith, he finds Cohen. Now Harris. Off to Flagg. Very shifty guard here for the Lions. Makes a nice tough drive to the basket and gets that one in. Marcus Flagg, very aggressive there for the Lions. As now Arnett trying one of his own. Nice steal away there by the Lions. The Lions now finding Smith. Smith taking that one up to the hoop. No foul called there, but possession will go in favor of the Lions as there will be a timeout taken by Coach B.
If we take a look here at this replay, the physicality of Marcus Flagg makes me think I'm watching Cooper Flagg over there in Duke. Incredible, really solid physical play from a lot of these players. Him and Harris both gotten a lot of amount of points and a lot of good, ball vision throughout this first half. And Sterling has done a decent job as well, but slowly has done a lot better in the first quarter than they did in the second thus far.
And you can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. We'll have live updates of all the sports happening here around the castle, and of course all the news and important information you guys need to know. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. So real quickly, Max, glad to have you back on the stream here, buddy. How was your trip out to the coast?
It was incredible. 60 every day while I was out there. It was great. Seeing some family out there. It was nice. We were in Poway, so it was a little bit on the quieter side. Not as many people. We obviously were in San Diego for most of it, but nonetheless, it was really nice to get out there and get away from the snow.
Yeah, there was a lot of snow while you were gone. Glad to have you back here on the broadcast, Max.
Glad to be back.
So now Flagg, guarded heavily here by Johnson, gets it off to James. James now backs up. Gives it off to Flagg. Finds James once again. Looking up top, where it's Burkhart, who finds Flagg once again. Flagg, shifty, straight to the bag. He has himself 6 points. Johnson now dribbling through traffic, finding Arnett, who finds Key. Key fakes the pull-up, now goes for the mid-range, knocks that one down. A quiet, great game for Amari Key thus far, who has himself 7 points right now against a really hot Gloucester team.
He has been very consistent on both sides of the ball thus far. Very good at finding opportunities to score. even when those fouls, like this one that just occurred here would happen, he'd get the ball for himself and he'd make these clean threes. You can see that the composure is there in each play. As we take a look at this one, finds a move, makes Cohen slip, and gets a nice mid-range off for 2.
So that's Arnett's foul right there as he hit the face of what looked like Ryan James. So his first foul, the team's first as well. So Burkhart now with the inbound pass is going to look for Flagg. Flagg has made a couple of nice consecutive layups here for the Lions. And right now, Lions are a tough team to stop where they have all the hot hands so far going for them. That's Flagg now going straight back to the basket. Looks like a foul on the way there against Sterling. It will be on Travis Schmidt.
And we see here he goes for a layup, and I think there's a bit of contact with the chest and the shooting arm by Travis Schmidt that instead of it being an up and down makes it shooting foul and an inbound pass. A reach in.
So now Cohen has it here against Key as we're just around halfway here through the second quarter. James now finds Smith, who finds Flagg. Flagg now going straight back to the basket. And a blocking foul called on Sterling. That one called on Arnett again, who has 2 fouls in the past minute.
Take a look at what got this call on him. Looked like they're calling it maybe for making a little too much contact on the shift of motion.
So Johnson checks back into this game here for Sterling. As Arnett is subbed out, this one finds Burkhart, gives it off to Cohen. Cohen slowing the pace down. Nice pass inside to Burkhart. It's back out to Cohen, who finds Smith. Smith back to Burkhart. Scanning, finding Smith. Smith off to Flagg. Flagg looking to get into his zone here, going against a very good defender as in Julian Johnson. Burkhart now going inside to Cohen. Cohen with the tough layup and the basket. 11 points at quarter number 1 for Cohen, or excuse me, half number 1. This kid's on fire.
He's made, and 3 of those have been threes, by the way. He's only got 1 layup, incredible beyond the arc, and shows that he can do it inside too.
Jason Camardo finds himself 2 points with the nice layup of his own. And now the Knights within 9 of the Gloucester Lions. So now James, poised, skating the court. Great defense there by Camardo. Nice takeaway there. As now Borsch back on the offensive here for Sterling. Looking for an option. Nice pass there to Schmidt, who floats it in and gets his 2. Cohen. This one finds its way to James. James back to Flagg. Guarded heavily here by Camardo. This one goes out to Burkhart. Burkhart going to chuck up a 3-pointer and nail it down. Traven Burkhart, the big man shooting from long range. As Johnson, it's a little too quick with it, steps out, and that one will go in favor of Sterling.
We take a look here. It's a great look to the corner, and Burkhart is going to take that all day. Nice shot.
Burkhart definitely getting the cheers of his buddies on the bench. Not your normal 3-point shooter, a big man who kind of plays fundamentally in the post, but ripping a nice 3-pointer there for the Lions in clutch time as we're just under 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. So Harris now back up on the court, gets this one over to James. He's looking inside for Smith. Smith now going to chuck one up from the corner, and he knocks his down as well. Everyone on this Lions team just raining threes. Sterling looking for an answer. Schmidt now from the corner, trying to answer back. Does not go. Rebound there by Johnson. Johnson now taking this one to the lane, and a nice floater. And he gets his first 2 points of the night.
Johnson is someone you see tend to get hot at some point in the game. He hasn't quite gotten there yet, but he's slowly trying to find how Gloucester's going to play and how he can play around it.
Searching for his rhythm. As Smith now already in that rhythm as a foul called there on Borsch. So we're taking a look at the Johnson replay.
I mean, it was a nice attempt for the 3 there by Schmidt, but get their own rebound, an offensive rebound by Julian Johnson to give him his first of the night and make it an 11-point differential going into the last minute of this half.
It's been a relatively quick half number 1 here as we are, again, as Max said, under a minute to go here in quarter number 2. Camardo now gets weaved around there by James, and that one goes off of his leg, so it'll go in Sterling possession here with 46 seconds to go. Jason Camardo, been an unsung hero here in half number one, playing some stellar defense.
Yeah, if you're Gloucester in this halftime period coming up, you're going to look at Camardo as just the mosquito that keeps whizzing and keeps on taking from you. You really got to find a way to shut him down before he keeps on taking and taking and taking, and you start to lose the ball more than you have it.
Key now going to chuck up a three-pointer, and that one knocks down. Amari Key. Both of these guards for Sterling playing phenomenal right now, as Sterling now back within 8.
If we look here, Borsch with a nice pass that got to Johnson, and Key makes himself open. And he's the key that keeps on opening these opportunities to make more and more points on the board. Unsung hero as well, has been a little bit spread out in his moments, but he's had them throughout this first half.
So foul number 5 here for Sterling. This is his first. So Marcus Johnson gets back into this game as we take a look here at Ryan James. 6 points per game, 76% from the charity stripe. One of the better shooters for the Lions. Misses his first, though. He makes his second. Beautiful sounds there of the swish at the basket cam. There's 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Sterling down by 9. Key finds Johnson. Johnson finds his brother inside. Looked like a foul called there on the Lions.
This is another instance of the ball gets out to an open Amari Key, and he really wants to make these shots to give him more of a lead, more to creep in on the lead, and they just can't get those opportunities because of these fouls.
11 seconds to go. This one gets out to Borsch. Borsch finds Johnson. Johnson looking for an open man. Finds Borsch. Borsch, 3 seconds to go. Gonna chuck up a three-pointer. That one will not go. And a dominant first half from the Lions as we're gonna check in here with Mr. Ciano. Mr. Ciano, can you hear us coming in here from the broadcast? Hello, Mr. Ciano. Can you hear us coming in here from the broadcast?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. How's the game going for the girls over there at Gloucester?
All right, so we got a 22. We're up 22-20 right now. We had a little bit bigger of a lead, and they kind of chipped away at the end of the second quarter there. But we're still in the lead right now, kind of the game we expected.
A little bit of the opposite here at Sterling. Sterling now down by 9 here against the Lions, 30-21. The Lions have just been nonstop drilling them from the three-point line. Tell us a little bit about what's going on for the game over there for the girls.
Well, speaking of threes, I believe Lexi Kuhn has 3 threes herself. Really shooting the ball well, and we're kind of scoring on the inside here. So we're doing what we usually do.
What do you, as a former girls basketball coach, how do you feel the rest of this game is going to go here for the girls?
Oh, this is definitely going to be a win. We're going to fix the mistakes we had there at the end of the second quarter. We're going to pull through, and they're going to get the job done. It's going to be number 300 today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ciano. We're going to check back with you in just a little bit. Thank you.
You got it.
So we're going to cut to break here. So we're going to take a look at the highlight video package from the 1999 South Jersey Group 2 Championship between Gloucester and Sterling, announced by Mr. K.
Yeah, we're a nice team. We're 20-6, I believe, at the moment.
For Sterling, it'll be Keith Wright at center. Jumping it up for the Lions will be Jeff Sanderson. Lions in the visiting gold, Stone White. Quickly taken by Turner. Inside they go, and Sterling takes the early lead. Both teams come in 20-6. Gloucester number 7, Sterling number 12. Nice play inside. It's converted nicely by McDonald. This is Hobson. Backdoor pass. Alley-oop to Welsh. Great pass by Quicksell.
That play was a great job.
Gloucester by 1. Wright now with 4. Here's a break. Wide open McLeod. McLeod for the easy 2.
McLeod.
Here's McDonald. McDonald for Sanderson. Here's another break. This is Turner. Turner puts it home. He has 5.
Shy for a freshman. Step up, take a jump shot.
Harry Thomas in the lane into Hobson. Hobson, yes, his first 2. Really fighting through some screens down underneath. Baseline, Turner rejected by McDonald. Gets it back and puts it in. Loose underneath, Turner comes away with it.
Here comes that Sterling transition again.
Nice move, and Turner drains it. And Turner. So you think these guys will be around for a while.
Nice
McDonald reverse and puts it in. 7:20 to play first half. Nice drive to basket, but a miss. Back up with it strong and converting is McLeod, who has 6. Thomas, baseline. Easy two, his first two. McDonald. Don't ask me how that went in.
Sterling doing a nice job. Nice post-up move by McLeod. Gloucester likes to play in transition.
McDonald,
nice move by Jason.
You know he's going, and he puts it in.
On the foul line area or baseline screens for layups.
Welsh for 3. Kaboom.
Comes that Gloucester transition game.
Inside McDonald for the lead. Yes. Thomas. Yes. Here's Turner. Boy, Turner is so quick. He misses that, and it's put home by Wright. Welsh, 8 seconds. Welsh needles in, long. Rebound at Kogan. They might get a shot. 1. This will count, and it's good. That hurts. Pointer at the buzzer.
Our cats for about 100 years and won every trophy we ever had was when it came to shooting.
Easy layup there for Rambo. That's his first 2. Down it for a second by McDonald. McLeod gets it. Here they come on the break. Turner behind his back. Rambo puts it in. He has 4.
Line.
That's no fault to Quicksell. Somebody just has to identify that. Banked in nicely by McDonald.
So you want to do a good job of getting the ball inside.
Welsh inside. No good. Tips it in. No. Welsh again.
Oh, is he an athlete? Unbelievable. Mark Welsh. Much for Harry coming into the game.
Sanderson, one of their taller players. A fadeaway is put in by McLeod. He has 10. About 3 was McLeod. Turner. Turner, nice move.
Oh, is that a big time move? I don't know if anybody's got an answer for that in South Jersey.
To tie it up.
Oh,
yes.
Baby. Is he got to look for some kind of backdoor cut out of this or some one-on-one action? Here comes that backdoor by Turner.
Turner
and there it is.
2 with 19 points. McDonald, nice move, baseline. No. Quicksell comes up with it, swings it back out.
For that shot.
Thomas for 3, kaboom! This is for the lead. Yes. Thomas, the home run pass to McDonald. It looks like football season all over. Kaboom! Hello! Not a touchdown, but maybe one of the biggest threes in Gloucester High School basketball history.
Gloucester did a nice job switching on the inbounds play to prevent any kind of indoor action there.
Rambo kicks it out for Wright, who shoots it and gets the shooter's roll, tied at 45. Rambo looking to go inside. He puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall. Nice rebound, McLeod, and gives Sterling the lead back.
Good move by the official, though. He just kind of intimidated a little bit and settled him down.
Turner inside, nice play and a basket by McLeod.
Again.
Big man brings it up. This is Wright. Look for the charge. He dishes. Turner, what a basket. Sterling a 2-point lead. 3:08 to play in the game. Turner from the foul line. No. Fortunate rebound for Rambo. 50 to play in the game. Sterling by 6.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling the ball out. Doing a nice job. Oh, what a big time move. Great run for Gloucester. Something to be proud of. Last 2 years in a row, they've been to the dance here.
Here's a breakaway for Washington. He made it. And we'll just let you enjoy it at the final 5 seconds. For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ. Jeff Sanderson, how do you summarize this season, this game, whatever's on your mind?
It was a great season, you know. Like everybody said, they thought that the Morristown-Pleasantville game was supposed to be the Group 2 championship. We just proved them wrong.
What was your game plan as an individual and as a team coming in?
As a team was just play as a team. We never played as a team all year until like the last 5 games.
Keith, you played with some fouls tonight. How tough was that for you?
It's hard because getting in foul trouble is hard. I try not to, and once I got back in after getting in foul trouble, I had to play like less aggressive because of the foul, but I try to play hard and watch the fouls.
Player of the game here in the Sports Video Network, Ernest Turner, a sophomore, 30-plus points tonight. I got to be honest with you, Ernest, as I drop this, you make it look easy. How did you pick up your skills of the game?
Just drills, all kinds of drills my coach make me do. Shooting, dribbling, running, all kinds of stuff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are just gearing up here for some second half action between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Gloucester Lions, as we're going to take a quick look here at the leading scorers in just a moment. If everything works out all right. Gloucester here has a 30-21 lead here over the Knights. A dominant first half from beyond the arc here for the Lions, and Sterling really just had no answer to it to start. Kind of found their rhythm defensively as time went on, but still kind of fell in a small hole. As we take a look here at some of Keegan Cohen's highlights, I mean, just a phenomenal half from him. 11 points in half number 1, and he was just pure dominance, pure bliss from beyond the arc for the Lions.
He was able to find a lot of open space, even when it seemed like he had none. He seemed very contested, and he said there was absolutely no contest, which has got him the 11 points that he has, then followed by Flagg and then Smith with 6 and 5 respectively.
And then Key had 11, and then Borscht with 5, and then Schmid with 2. A relatively low-scoring half here for the Knights. That was kind of their kryptonite as we take a look here at a couple of Amari Key's deep threes, and he was just firing them off, just like Cohen was, responding as much as he could, but needed a little bit more help from his fellow Knights.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams opened up some corner stores, right? And they were selling threes. It was constant. They were really good beyond the arc, especially when they had that little nook to work off of. And even Key, he had these nice mid-ranges there. He's really shifty, finds himself that space. That's what he's been the best at. We've seen a lot of instances where a foul has stopped an open 3 from going in, but not that time around. It's been really consistent. Both teams have when beyond the perimeter.
So welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sorry for a little bit of the technical difficulties there, but we're back here on the broadcast booth. I'm Daniel Leakett, joined by Max Zuback here. Gloucester up by 9 here against the Knights. The Knights looking for a comeback here in this second half. As we checked in on the girls who were only up by 2 after half number 1. But Siano was very, very, very confident that the Coach Kate McDonald would find her 300th win. So now we're off. And also a little something about Mr. Siano's angle as Iron Net taking this one to the hoop, going in for a layup, gets fouled on the way up. That foul was on number 0, Ryan James. His first foul, the team's first, obviously. So, Max, something a little interesting about that whole thing with Coach Kate McDonald and we kind of saw her get embraced by someone who walked in. That was actually Ken's McDonald, paying her a surprise visit from Florida.
I mean, that's something you always want to see. I think obviously you want to have as much as your family as you can, especially for an accolade like a 300th win that you're fighting for. I know there's obviously already some motivation there, but you want to do it not just for yourself, but for the people that you represent with the family name. It's really nice to see her there supporting her mom.
Thank you to the viewers at home, a.k.a. my mom, for pointing that one out. Very interesting that Siano caught that when that was happening. Has a future here on Sterling Channel 19 if he wants one. So now Ryan James has this one at the top. Pressured here by Camardo. Gives this one off to Smith. Smith now going to shoot a deep 3. That one does not go. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson now going to slow the pace. Guarded by Harris. Finds Camardo on the outside. Chucks up a 3-pointer. That one does not go. Rebound by Smith. Now moving up is Flagg. Flagg on the outside. This one finds Harris. Harris going to chuck up a mid-range. That one falls down. So now Johnson working on the outside. Finds Arnett. Arnett to Borscht. Borscht going to move in for the mid-range shot. That one falls. Smooth like butter there from Josh Borscht as he transitions straight into the mid-range game. Sterling back within 9. So this one finds Smith, gives it off to Flag. Flag moving into the middle, almost gets stripped. It's going to put up a floater. That one does not go. Rebound over two people there by Smith, but that one goes off of his leg, and it will be in Sterling possession.
Well, Sterling did very good at kind of swarming the offensive rebound there. You see, it was a bit of a double team right away, and he couldn't quite find his composure and gave Sterling the ball back.
So now Julian Johnson moving up here for the Knights. Gives this one off to Josh Borsch, who finds Arnett. Arnett to Schmid, looking inside for Borsch. Borsch gives it off to Schmid. Schmid going to go towards the lane. Does not make the open layup. Rebound there by Smith. Ryan James now off to Smith. Smith going to take this one into the lane, but just walked one too many feet forward, and now Sterling will get the inbound pass. So Julian Johnson gives this one off to Borsch. As Borsch is getting his option, he finds Camardo. Camardo now shifty into the lane. Great pass out to Arnett. Arnett from the corner does not go. Flag in transition. Pumps the brakes, and Gloucester is going to get things started now on the offensive. Good steal there by Johnson. Johnson now makes a nice move straight into the lane and gets the layup. Timeout called by Coach Liam James, and Sterling definitely coming out the gates here in this second half quite strong.
Yeah, both teams have been trying to make something happen beyond the perimeter, and Julian Johnson was aware of that. He gets a steal, makes a nice move to step over, gets him two, makes the lead within 7 now this game.
You can find us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. We'll have all the updates you guys need to know at home. All the stuff happening here on Sterling Channel 19. And, of course, just important stuff about Sterling you guys need to know. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. So welcome back here, Sterling Channel 19, as we get some awesome shots of the crowd here at Sterling. Happy to bring you guys this Thursday night basketball game between Gloucester and Sterling. Sterling trying to creep their way back into this one. Gloucester had to call a timeout. I'm Dan Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the broadcast booth. Ryan James now going to get things started here for the Lions. Getting full court pressed here by Camardo. Camardo sticking on James. James now trying to shift away from him, cannot. Harris now finds Cohen. Cohen had the hot hand in that first half, gives this one off to Smith, who finds Flag. Flag makes a pass into Smith's leg. Schmid gonna take this one to the hoop, makes a nice move and gets a tough basket. Travis Schmid, shifty as always, gets a big 2 points there for the boys.
Yet another instance of Julian Johnson acquiring a steal to his stat sheet, and then this time Schmid taking advantage, getting the shot in, and now possibly a three-point play off of the nice contact drawn by Schmid there.
11 points per game, 92% from the charity stripe. Schmid to complete the classic three-point play. And gets that one in. The clutchest man when you need him. Sterling now within 4. Our next TV game will be tomorrow. It'll be 6 p.m. versus Haddon Heights, the annual senior night game for our boys wrestling squad. That one starting at 6 o'clock. Sterling defense much scrappier here in the second half as Cohen is going to miss that three-pointer. Schmidt's going to advance Arnett. Arnett cutting into the lane, going for the basket, does not make the layup. Rebound there by Schmid. Schmid finds Camardo. Camardo gets it over to Borsch. Borsch into the lane, going towards the basket, gets that one in. And it looks like that one's going to be a blocking foul. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, that one will be a blocking foul. And Borsch will get the classic three-point play. Coach Barron, I meant to say charging foul. Coach Behringer was enraged for a moment there as we're going to take a look at the replay.
And we see here Borsch, after a nice save by Schmid to go out to Camardo, we see a pretty obvious stance and then a fall by Harris there. It doesn't draw anything for himself, instead inflicts a foul onto his own team, and yet another three-point play possibility to make it a one-point game before the halfway point of this third quarter here.
So take yet another look at it from our classic basket cam as a charging foul was called, or excuse me, yes. No, blocking foul was called. Oh my goodness, stumbling over my words today. A blocking foul was called there on Harris. As now Borsch will go to the line to shoot one. Borsch nails it. Sterling now within one here of the Lions. Borsch now up to 10 points. Camardo sticking like glue onto James, finds Flagg. Flagg to Harris. Harris back out to Flagg. Excuse me, this is James who finds Cohen. Cohen quickly double team at the top, back to James. James trying to make some space, finds Smith. Smith now out to Flagg. Flagg going against Johnson, finds Harris. Harris out to Cohen. Cohen now cutting into the lane, steps back, double team here by Sterling. Nice moves there by the Knights defense. And Smith with the basket.
You can see that Key was going to try and get a charging foul drawn.
And now Borsch now for the three-pointer! Knocks it down! Josh Borsch feeling himself now. He's got the hot hand now for Sterling, and we're all tied up here, 34 apiece.
Didn't need to draw the foul. They got the hot hands ready. Incredible to play off of that.
Cohen now at the top, going against Key. The Lions haven't scored in a couple possessions, gonna need a momentum switch and gonna need it fast. Smith working here against Key, the mismatch on. A little bit of miscommunication in the Sterling defense, but Flagg cannot capitalize from beyond the arc, and Johnson now taking it the other way. Johnson to give Sterling the lead, does not go. Schmidt searching for the rebound. This one falls in Camardo's hands. Camardo back out to Key. Key moving into the lane. Key to Schmidt. Schmidt for the lead and gets it down. The gymnasium is erupting, and Gloucester calls timeout.
I mean, when you've got a Sterling team doing things like this with incredible pace, so they find Borsch all the way for this corner three once again. Clean as a whistle for that one. I mean, that's the only way to stop the momentum, is taking a timeout when you just lost the lead and it's still within 2 points. You see Camardo with a very solid hustle play, and Key with a nice move gets to Schmid directly under the basket. That's one of their first leads of the game. Whoa.
All right, so we do have a question. What player is currently in the top 3 of points, rebounds, and assists in the NBA? I think I know this one already. I think this one's Nikola Jokic.
I was thinking Giannis, but I do see Jokic as a top contender as well. I'm going to stick with Giannis. You can keep your Jokic. We're not going to share any guesses here.
So I'm going to go with Nikola Jokic, who should easily be the MVP, but that's an argument for another day.
It's a different question. It's a hypothetical.
Yeah. And if it's SGA, I might have to walk out of the establishment, although I do not think he is top 3 in rebounds.
Yeah.
So we're going to have our answer right here in just a few moments.
Jokic.
Bang!
Yep.
Had that one from the get. Nikola Jokic having himself a great year, as usual. Second round pick, Max, someone who's just taking the league by storm. And in my opinion, could very well easily finish in the top 10 at the end of the year.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we've seen a lot of people, that have been good picks that were higher than him, like the Embiids, who don't care just because, they're lazy. Jokic doesn't care because he wants to be back on his farm instead of playing basketball.
So now the Lions going to chuck up a deep 3 there by James. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson off to Key. Key finds Schmid. Schmid now. Nice move going towards the basket. Nice play there by Travis Schmid. Shifty as ever there by Travis Schmid.
Seems like he might be a little hurt.
Yeah, he's told the ref over here that he's bleeding, but no pain, no gain there for Travis Schmid as he makes a nice bucket. So Flagg now needs to get some momentum back in the Lions' favor. Gonna chuck up a 3-pointer. That one does not go. Borsch lets that one dribble out. And that'll be Sterling ball.
We see here Schmid, the nice spin move around Harris, and then takes a nice 2, but he seems like he falls. Gets a little bit of blood off of him. Something you don't want to see. He was trying to find what drew the blood here. So maybe just a rough fall. He's getting checked by
Sean Clank. Yeah, he has a couple of napkins in his mouth there, but nevertheless, show must go on here on the court as Johnson now has it. A little back and forth there with Amari Key. The three homegrown guys surrounding the perimeter between Johnson, Key, and Arnett. All come from the Somerdale region, played throughout middle school together, now back reunited at the high school level. Johnson to Key. Key finds Arnett, looking underneath towards Johnson. This one finds Julian Johnson. Back to Borsch. Borsch goes back to Julian. They're gonna reset. Julian to Marcus, back to Julian. Marcus and Julian, brothers. Marcus, the younger brother in his junior year. Julian, his senior year, the older brother. This one goes off to Johnson. Julian now with the tough mid-range, does not go. Sterling looking for the rebound, Flag collects it. Good defense here by Key. Flag's gonna get around it. Foul called there. It looks like that one's gonna be on Amari Key.
And we see some nice press to try and delay the play, but nonetheless, Flag gets through. It looks like a bit too much of a push off there.
So now Harris gonna give this one off to Flag. Flag now gives this one off to James. James finds Harris. Harris now going towards the middle. Foul called. Looks like that one's going to be called on Josh Borsch. He tallies his second of the game. Third total for the Silver Knights. Good takeaway there by Josh Borsch. He tries to keep it in bounds, gives it right to Harris. Nice swipe there by Key. This one goes out to Cohen. Cohen from long range, and he knocks it down. Can't leave him open. And Cohen non-stop here for the Lions. Been kind of quiet here in this third quarter, but a big moment there to try and shift the momentum in Gloucester's favor. This one out to Johnson. Johnson to Arnett. Arnett underneath to Borsch. Borsch now with the tough layup, and he knocks it down. And that'll do it here in quarter number 3. Massive quarter there for the Knights, as we're going to check in quickly here with Mr. Sino in just a moment, but we will have the replay first.
You see once again, it's always nice when the plays as Borsch continues to add on to the lead.
And there is Mr. Sciano. Mr. Sciano, can you hear us coming in here from the broadcast?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Big quarter there for the Lady Knights, it seems. 34-27, if I read that correctly.
Yes, yes it is. 34-27.
What's been going on this quarter, Mr. Sciano?
Just more of the same here. We scored 12. Did a great job here. Once again on defense. The hell of a 7 points. Looking for more of the same here in the fourth quarter.
Now, just for you there, I know you care about your boys' team as well. Sterling with a huge third quarter over the Lions, retook the lead. It is now 40-37 after they were down by 9 at half.
Oh, I know, that's crazy. You got to fill me in on how that happened.
I got you. We'll be checking in with you in just a little bit. Thanks for coming on, Mr. Sciano.
You got it.
What an awesome addition this is to Sterling Channel 19. Checking in with our AD over at Gloucester. Obviously a big game for Coach McDonald and the girls, but especially Coach McDonald as she's looking to capture her 300th win of the year. As there's Coach Behringer, or not of the year, my goodness, of her career. As there was Coach Behringer hoping to get to that mark eventually in his career as well. Such a great coach for the Sterling team. It's now fourth quarter action here between the Lions and Sterling. Sterling with a huge, huge third quarter to get themselves back into this game. Exactly what they needed, Max. So now Harris off to Flag. Flag finds Cohen. Cohen with some open space, going to rip a three-pointer. That one does not go. So now inbound here from Johnson. And that was something that Sterling did a really good job of doing in that third quarter, limiting Cohen's opportunities there, Max.
Yeah, that was just overall not a lot of threes taken by the Gloucester Lions to start this second half. And, you know, on the flip side of things, a lot of important threes, like this one here by Key, were taken. I mean, it's incredible how consistent they are on the perimeter. What a showcase by Key today.
Right on cue there, Max. Perfect timing from you there. As now the Lions looking to start some offense here against Sterling. Cohen Working up against Key. They switch. A Zion Arnett now on Cohen. Gives this one off to Smith. Mismatch inside the paint. Him against Key. Smith misses the easy layup. Arnett finds Camardo. Camardo looking towards Johnson. Johnson with some space. Gonna take the three-pointer. That one hits off the front rim. Rebound by Smith. James now. Working here for the Lions. Camardo sticking on him like glue. Smith finds Flag. Flag looks towards James, and James gonna get stuff started here for the Lions. Good work on the outside here by the Lions as Flag's gonna look to get inside. Fakes the mid-range off to Harris. Harris for three, does not go. Sterling searching for that rebound, great job by Camardo. Johnson going towards the net, makes a nice move but could not finish the layup, but he will go to the line to shoot two.
I mean, look, once again, it's a great effort by Camardo. Used that kind of quick ability that he has. Another good move. And a nice putback would have been by Key if it was not a shooting foul. Now it's an opportunity to make it an 8-point lead for the Silver Knights.
85% from the charity stripe, 12 points per game here for Julian Johnson as he knocks down his first. His brother, Marcus Johnson, again, had a great game against West Effort earlier this week. Johnson having himself a great game here against the Lions. All-around great player as he misses his second. Flag now working here against Johnson. As James now has it, finds Harris. Harris finding Flag. Flag back to James. James to Harris. Line setting up shot now. Time ticking away here in quarter number 4. Perimeter passing leads to a nice one inside for Smith. Smith going to take this one to the basket. Great defense there by Sterling. Great rebound by Arnett. Arnett off to Camardo and finds Key. Key finally looks like he hit a stride in this game. 13 points for him on the evening. It's just been an absolute difference maker for the Knights. Johnson finds Key. Key to Camardo. Camardo fakes the shot. Off to Schmid. Back to Key. Key now going to move inside. Looks for Schmid. Schmid going to release from downtown. That one does not go, and it goes off the top as well. So it'll be an inbound pass here for the Lions.
There's a lot of good looks, and it was a pretty under pressure shot to take if you're Travis Schmid. If I'm him, you might want to take a couple of more seconds to see if it's really the right move. But nonetheless, nothing comes out of it other than a possession for Gloucester once more.
Well, Schmid has had some trouble from beyond the arc as of these couple of games. Back home, he's done a much better job. Did a great job against West Effort at 17 in the win. As now Harris going to pull up from mid-range. That one goes off the top.
Take a look here.
That one did go off the top. I mean, argument definitely a little frustrating there for the Lions, but it did watch the thing vibrate up there. So this one back in favor of Sterling. Borsch to Key. Key gets it over to Arnett. Arnett back over to Key. Little give and go here around the perimeter between these two Knights. Lions still staying poised here, not attacking very much here with a little bit over halfway to go, but we're approaching that halfway mark here in this fourth quarter. The Lions still do need to come back here. As now Borsch has it. Borsch trying to cut inside, gives it off to Schmid. Schmid looking for an option, off to Arnett. Arnett to Borsch. Borsch is going to retreat back. Pressured here by Smith. Camardo calling the plays here. Quarterback Camardo. Gives it off to Borsch. Borsch pressured heavily there by Smith and draws the foul. Smith will have his second of the night. Smith, a very big kid, 6'4", 180. Him and Josh Borsch, height-wise, stack up perfectly against each other as a timeout taken there by Coach B. So glad to bring you guys this stream here between Gloucester and Sterling. Very good game between these two teams at Max. I think the difference maker here has been Sterling's defensive play and really having the ability to leave Cohen out of the equation here.
Yeah, after that first half.
Oh, wait, hold on. We're getting a little live stream here. Real check-in here.
Here I am, guys. Can you hear me?
Mr. Ciano. Yes, we can hear you. What's the score there, Mr. Ciano? Mr. Ciano, are you there?
Hearing a lot of squeaking.
There's Paris Logan going to pull up from mid-range. That one does not go. Good rebound there by Lexi Kuhn. And Mr. Ciano, we're going to have to blast off from you in just a moment. We're going to cut back to the action here. Thank you for calling us here at Sterling Channel 19.
You got it.
So we got a little bit of the in-game action there between our Lady Knights and the Lady Lions.
Lionesses.
So a good move there by Camardo. Great drive to the lane. That one just a little bit too powerful off the backboard. Schmid hustles for the rebound. Schmid going to put this one back up. Great rebound there by Camardo. Camardo now trying to get back up to the top. It looks like a foul called there on the Lions. Great hustle there by Schmid and Camardo. So Amari Key going to toss this one in here for the Knights. Gives it off to Camardo. Camardo pressured here by Flag. Arnett to Schmid. Schmid looking for Arnett. That one tipped on the way there. And now in transition, it's Flag. Cohen from beyond the arc going to release a three-pointer. That one, not too much on it. Rebound there by Smith, and he gets his 2 points.
Cohen with an uncharacteristic air ball there.
But, you know, it may have been a pass there, Max. Who knows?
Yeah, but that's the number one excuse. No, it was a pass. Trust me.
So 5-point difference here between Sterling and Gloucester. This one goes out to Borsch. Borsch fakes the pass. Finds Camardo. Camardo to Arnett. Back to Camardo. Perimeter passing here by the Knights as Camardo's tripped up. And it will be a foul.
When you look at this last basket here, it's a real fast break, and you see can't quite get there, but nonetheless, a nice offensive rebound made by Jake Smith. Gets it in for 2, makes the lead now 5 for Sterling with about 3 minutes to go.
So we'll be an inbound pass here as it's 4 fouls for the Lions. Schmid checks out of this game for Johnson. So good 5-player set here for the Knights, consisting of Camardo, Johnson, Borsch, Arnett, and Key. Borsch working here against Smith, finds Johnson. Johnson against Harris. Harris, a great defender here. Johnson has to be careful, finds Arnett. This is a good lengthy possession here by the Knights. Time ticking away here. Sterling up by 5. Arnett finds Key, gets it to Johnson. Johnson quickly double team. That one goes out, and it will go in Lions possession. So the long game works there for the Lions as they're going to get possession back here, needing a big score here on this offensive possession.
I mean, I was really surprised that, you know, the farthest to the right bench chair couldn't quite catch the ball there. I thought he had a pretty open 3.
So now Harris moving in, looking long range for Flag. Flag couldn't catch it. Flag now going into the lane, finds Harris for 3 points. Harris looking to knock that one down, couldn't get it. Rebound by Arnett. Key now moving up, checks back, gives it off to Arnett. Arnett moving in, quickly collapsed by a couple of players and got a little physical there. The foul was called. Let's take a look at the replay.
Arnett looked like he might have tried to turn and get it to Johnson, who was on a bit of motion, but instead Harris had other ideas to kind of try and strip the ball away, and it resulted in 2 shots here. Something you don't want to see late if you're a Gloucester fan.
That is the 5th foul here as Arnett sinks his first.
That is an issue to address. If we look, Gloucester has 5 in this quarter, and the Knights have none. That is a huge gap that leads to things like this where they're in the bonus now, something you can't afford when you're down.
So now the refs are talking here and arguing whether or not it is a jump ball, I think, was the conversation. The ref solidifies, oh no, it was actually on who the foul was called on. That one was called on Caden Harris, who has his 2nd foul of the game. Two big free throws made there by the Knights, and now with under 2 minutes to go, the Gloucester Lions eating a big bucket. James cuts back. James going into the lane. Nice screen there by Harris. Camardo sticking on him big time. Nice pass to Harris. Harris now for the mid-range jumper. That one does not go. Foul called there on Johnson. Harris will go to shoot 2.
And we see here James with a nice pass in, and Harris might have been just a little bit too much contact after the ball released and the shot was still up. And now it's 2 needed shots that must go in to make this more of a game with 1:30 to go.
Harris, 8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds. Great player for this Lions team, makes his first. Shoots 80% from the charity stripe, has 7 points on the night tonight. Harris now shooting his second free throw. Just misses off the side. Rebound there by Johnson. Johnson gets pressured there. Finds Schmid. Schmid now taking this one to the net and lays that one in. Travis Schmid, game time for him today. He has 11 on the night. Cohen now. Moving quickly here for the Lions. That one bobbled by Harris. Timeout called by Gloucester Lions. And the gym is pumped up.
What we see here after the missed second free throw, and Schmid's all the way down. So it could have been contact, but nonetheless, it's 2 extra points.
So here is Ken Sayano. Mr. Sayano, give us a quick update there from Gloucester.
Here, let me just flip my camera here. All right, so we have Paris at the line here. We're up 12 with 3.5 left.
Woo! That's a recipe for success here for the Knights. We're up by 8 here at the Castle. Mr. Sayano saw that Paris Logan made that free throw.
Yeah, up 13 here.
This is
We're
big
right there
for the
This
Lady
is
Knights,
huge.
and
This is
especially
huge.
a team that was, said to not have anything at all this year, and a team that's gotten to 300 wins here for Coach McDonald. Much thanks to Paris Logan, the lady shooting those free throws right now. Now
There
up
we
by
go.
14 here against the Gloucester Lions. So, Mr. Sayano, we'll check back in shortly with you. Thank you for tuning us in there at Gloucester.
You got it. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Something we've yet to mention is this will be the second coach in the school year that has gotten their 300th win in the seasons. Coach Marley's got it for soccer early on, and now Coach McDonald has the opportunity to do it tonight.
So a pass goes waywire, collected there by Borsch. 1:10 to go here in quarter number 4. Sterling looking for good passing here. Looks like a timeout was called there by Coach B.
Might have been a timeout for some ref discussion.
And so we're back here with Mr. Sayano, who saw that one coming. Welcome back, Mr. Sayano. We have a full timeout to talk to you now. So give us a little bit of scoop on what's going on there since we, just went away a couple seconds ago.
All right, well, not much has changed. Just battling defensively here. Still up 8 over there, I see.
Yes, we are still up 8 over here. Now, Mr. Sayano, what has been, working here for the girls in the second half? I know you said three-pointers were going well for the girls. Has that stayed consistent?
No, we're feasting on the inside right now. We're getting the ball inside to Paris pretty much every possession here.
There she is again.
And here she goes again. She's taking over in the second half here.
Logan has just taken over in general these past couple of games, and just someone who's really come into her own on the offensive side of the ball. Man, oh man, it is getting very tense over there. Coach McDonald looking for a win 300. We're going to stay with this game for just a moment. Gloucester takes the ball away there from what looked like
We got a
Amber
minute left
Wilsey.
at home there.
Yeah, we're just about a minute left. 1:06, Sterling up by 8. Gloucester's kind of gone into the full court press, and we're going to come back to that game. Mr. Sayano, thank you for coming on. We'll check back in with you soon.
Got it.
So long as no other timeouts happen real fast, we give him 12 seconds
That
to rest.
was a real quick one, I'm not going to lie.
I wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for it either. So Camardo now has it, looking for the inbound pass. Good scheming here by Sterling, finds Schmid. Schmid now back to Camardo. Camardo finds Key. Great job there by Sterling to break out of that seal that Gloucester set on them for the moment. Key now moving in, foul called there on the Lions. So now Key going to the line. That's 4 points per game on the season, but definitely the player of the game for Sterling tonight. Just been a difference maker, especially in that first half when they were really looking for that spark. He had 13 tonight and the majority of those came in that first half.
Yeah, you know, he has been a kind of a facilitating guy. He's been someone, you know, this team kind of needed, which was an official true point guard, and he's been just that for this Knights team as now they extend the lead to 10 in this final minute. They're going to need to do a lot to make it work, and Cohen might be the guy to do it.
Great closeout defense there by Amari Key. Absolutely amazing if we can get a replay on that. Him hustle from point A to point B as quick as lightning. Just amazing there by Amari Key, and Camardo will now go to the line to shoot 2.
We see a talk between Camardo and Johnson on the line. Johnson is saying stay calm. Obviously it's a lead. That doesn't mean we can let up any points here. 10 is less than 12 when it comes to leads, and 11's right in the middle.
Camardo knocks that one down, finds his 3rd point of the night. 4 points per game. A little streaky from the charity stripe, but definitely still very, very good here for this Knights squad. Rebound there by Smith. So Smith now moving up here. 45 seconds to go here for the Lions. They need a bucket, and they need one quick. Cohen telling Flagg to move it forward here. Flagg going to take a 3-pointer. That one does not go. Rebound by Key. Key getting pressured on the outside, gets fouled immediately. So Key will go to the line to shoot 2.
Take a look yet again at another foul comparison in the match. There's been 12 and 5 in fouls. I think I've misinterpreted what the scoreboard reads. Point is, it's been a lot of an imbalance between overall team fouls throughout this whole game between these two squads. And it's been a key point as to how Sterling's been able to regain momentum, because the Lions couldn't maintain, you know, a bit of patience throughout. They're playing a little too physical.
So it looks like Jake Smith has fouled out of this matchup, has his 5th foul of the day. And this game becoming narrower and narrower for the Gloucester Lions. And I think, Max, what it really came down to at the end of the day was how much better Sterling's defense did in that second half, especially limiting the hot hands, which were Cohen and Flagg at the time. Big 3-pointer there for the Lions. Ryan James ripping a 3-pointer. And I think we're going to go right back to Mr. Ciano. And yep, there he is. Time ticking down there at that girls' game as well. Sterling with a 52-36 lead over the Gloucester Lions. Mr. Ciano, how's it feeling there at the gymnasium right now?
It's going to get real intense real fast there when we get win 300 for Coach McDonald.
Mr. Ciano, you had a great feeling about this as, you know, halftime hit. And, I mean, to watch this happen for Coach McDonald, how does it feel for you as an athletic director?
This is something I'll never forget. Definitely 2 great accomplishments since I've been here. Winning the state championship and seeing a coach get their 300th win.
So 5 seconds to go, 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second to go, and Coach McDonald with win 300 for Sterling girls basketball. What a moment for the girls. Brought to you live here by Mr. Ciano. There she is, Coach McDonald throwing up the peace signs.
At some point.
And we might do a little post-game interview with her and Mr. Ciano in just a few minutes. We're going to come back here to the boys' game. Thank you, Mr. Ciano, for bringing us that great moment.
You got it. That was awesome. Thank you.
So now Camardo is going to toss this one in here for the Knights. Finds Johnson. Johnson quickly fouled.
Johnson with a little bit of a smooth moves type deal after he gets fouled.
Yeah. Just what an absolute moment. And not just for Coach Kate McDonald's, but for the girls too, Max. They have just taken many steps in the right direction as time has went on. As there's Mr. Ciano in our bottom left corner of the screen as Johnson's going to take 2.
That was Mr. Ciano peeking after being told to close his eyes.
Johnson nails his first. Not a big difference maker in the Knights uniform today, a bit different from usual. So we're trying to get the feed coming in here from Mr. Ciano at Gloucester. We're going to cut back to this game in just a moment. Harris now going for the layup. That one does not go. Rebound by Borsch. Borsch is going to send Johnson forward. Nice play there by Flagg. Still ticks down time, though, so Flagg now cutting into the lane. Gets past Camardo, does not get the layup, and the putback there by the Lions succeeds. So Mr. Sayano is going to get us a little bit of a live feed in just a moment, but here at Sterling, 55-45 is the final verdict, and your Sterling Silver Knights takes the win, and at Gloucester, Coach McDonald win 300. And we're going to go to that game live right now.
Her on the live stream here.
And she's going to take pictures in just a moment. There is Ken's McDonald. There is Ken's McDonald there for Coach McDonald, and she gets win 300.
Backwards 300.
The backwards 3.
The other way.
Just such an amazing moment. And I mean, Max, for this girls, for this program, for this team, Coach Kate McDonald with win 300. Just amazing.
I mean, incredibly deserved. She has had a lot of great performances as a coach for this program. And the Lady Knights are great to have a coach like her, and vice versa. A coach has a really solid squad herself. What a moment.
There's
What
Ireland
happened?
Kay peeking into the camera. Many great triumphs, many great falls for Mrs. McDonald. She'll be the first to tell you. 2011 team with Kylie O'Donnell. I mean, a team destined to do it all, fell short. Then the 2014 team that, caught gold. There's Molly Hoffaker, the freshman. 2014 team which caught gold, and then last year, which was supposed to be the team, disassembled due to injuries, and this is definitely one of the biggest highs Miss McDonald could get.
Obviously, this seems like a roster that has been overperforming, and that's obviously a great help to the coaching of Coach McDonald. Overall, great system over there, well-deserved, and hopefully this isn't the only thing, the only accolade they can lift as a unit throughout this season.
It's a accolade well-deserved, and Coach McDonald, just someone very, very bright. She'll always brighten your day. When you pass her in the hallway, when you pass her here at Sterling Channel 19, someone that always works with me and always gets me the girls I need to get. And just such an amazing moment for Coach McDonald as she gets win 300 at Gloucester. And unfortunate that it couldn't be home, but Coach McDonald doing it all, putting it all on the court.
Yeah,
So we're getting the live stream feed here from Mr. Sayano, Mr. Claiborne there as well.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you loud and clear, Mr. Sayano.
All right, awesome. This is very emotional. All right. Coaches really soaking it all in. The players are awesome. Did a great job honoring her. Maddie Sims there. Couple peace signs. And we're going to get Coach McDonald on the stream shortly here after she gives a hug to everybody.
A couple dabs there from some of the girls, and I mean, such a great moment. Now, a little bit on the win here at Sterling. The boys did get the win, Mr. Sayano, 55-45 at the end of the day. They played shutdown defense till the very end. Keegan Cohen, which we knew would be a problem coming into this one in that first half, was shooting the lights out of this gymnasium, but eventually cooled off a little bit due to Sterling's defense. And Max, just such a great game by the boys to really, triumph over a great opponent.
Yeah, I mean,
that's great. That's a huge win for us there at home. Huge win.
Huge.
Very
Huge
happy
win.
for the boys.
Done in a great way as well. I mean, they really made a ton of adjustments at halftime, and they worked out in their favor. They were able to shut down the shooting and utilize their own and make the turnovers they need to have happen. As we saw in the third quarter, a lot of important steals that led to fast breaks, that led to more points, that kept adding on and on and on. Overall, great performance in that second half, and great coaching to fully adjust it up.
And there's Officer Smith giving a little thumbs up here. The vibe's very high from the girls' side, and Miss McDonald
You
looks
guys
like
ready for Coach here or what?
Oh, we're ready for Coach when you're ready for Coach, man. I mean, we're excited to hear what she has to say.
All right, here we go.
So there is Coach McDonald. Hey, Coach McDonald, good to see you guys. We see your wave. And Coach McDonald, if you can hear us well enough, how does Win 300 feel for you?
It feels very cool, and I'm very grateful that over all these years I had amazing kids and amazing parents to do this with me. This does not belong to me.
Now, talk about a program that's had its ups and downs. I mean, especially these past couple of years, and to do it with this group of girls, who have really triumphed over everything that's been said about them. What do you have to say about this special group?
Oh, you know what? These guys came in. They put in their work every single day. They've risen above everybody's expectations. They're overachieving right now, and I'm having so much fun with these guys.
Now, I mean, talk about. I mean, we discussed this earlier in the season, but it's gotten even better as time has went on. Paris Logan having such an impactful game today for you.
Paris is a warrior. That's all. If I could summarize one thing in one word, Paris is a warrior.
Now, I know you're not home, but would you change anything about Win 300 for you?
No. It was a gritty, grinded out kind of thing, and that's what we do. And the girls have found ways to win, and I knew they would pull it out tonight.
And now I got to ask you. I know you got a little bit of a special guest there, Ken's McDonald. How did it feel to see Ken's there for your 300?
It made it that much more special. It wouldn't have been the same without her. And to be surprised like that was one of the coolest things ever.
There's Ken's. Hey, Ken's, good to see you. So, Coach McDonald, we're going to let you go. Congratulations on Win 300. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Bye.
And Mr.
All right,
Sayano,
guys.
one final salute to you. Thank you for getting us all the game feed from that side. We appreciate you very much.
No, thank you. You guys were awesome, making this really special for Coach McDonald and the girls. And obviously, I appreciate everything you guys do. And I look forward to seeing you guys back with the girls on Tuesday. Are you doing the stream tomorrow?
We are doing the stream tomorrow. Boys wrestling, going against Heights.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I'll have a trivia question for you. I did have one prepared for you guys today.
We did get it right, and we got it.
Well, he got it right.
There was a trivia there today?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
It was which NBA player leads, who is top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists. And I got it right. It was Nikola Jokic.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a different one. I had a Major League Baseball one here ready for you.
All right, well, I guess we're going to have to wait for that one tomorrow, perhaps.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sayano. We're going to wrap things up here at Sterling Channel 19. Thank you for coming on.
All right, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Of course. So that'll do it here at Sterling Channel 19. The boys won a big landmark, 55-45, and just such a great game for the boys and Coach Speed to bounce back here at home. And then the girls, obviously, with Coach McDonald's 300th win. Special day here at the Castle. Thank you all for tuning in here on Sterling Channel 19. We'll be back tomorrow for boys wrestling senior night against Haddon Heights. That's starting at 6 o'clock. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubek and Karina Justice at the very end, saying so long, and as always, go Knights.